Hey there, welcome back to the channel. So I want to answer a question today that I've been asked a lot over the years. And that question is, what got you into photography and how long have you been doing it? Well, I have been professionally charging for photography since 2017. That means I have done it for 9 years professionally. Now, I say professionally very liberally here because back in 2017 when I started, there was nothing professional about it. I did not understand the amount of resources that the internet had. So while I did do my best to use my resources, Google, YouTube, etc., I didn't know what I was doing and I was broke. So I could not invest money into the proper systems to run my business like a business should be ran. And that is why nothing really happened with it for years. It took me until 2022 before I had a year, not even a good year. So after that, I really started focusing more on niching down. I switched over. 2025 is about the point I started hitting the commercial side hard, like really hard. So I was like 6 or 7 months pregnant. An opportunity came up and I started hitting purely commercial stuff as hard as I could. And the clients loved it. And they referred me to their friends, and their friends loved it. And those friends referred me to their friends. And next thing I know, I now have a pretty well established branch of realtors that I work with. It's a lot of bigger names and I get referred out all the time. I've worked on SEO, so now people are organically finding me when they just Google me. I do a lot on Instagram trying to post specifically for this area with a lot of like real estate and commercial stuff. And so people will look up, headshots in my area and they'll find some of the tags I've used and they'll book me. So that's really helped, but my business didn't really start doing much of anything until 2025. That is, literally this last year. Last year is the first year that it did much. And so I've learned a lot of what doesn't work, and I've learned a lot of things that I would change if I was starting over. So let's get back into, how did you get started in photography, Ashley? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. So when I was little, I don't know why I had this love for cameras and pictures, but I did. I would receive those little roll-up yellow, I think they're Kodak cameras, and I would beg for those. And when I would finally get one, I would save it. And when we would go to the zoo, like with the school, or take a trip once a year to do something. And when I say take a trip, I mean like I grew up poor, so my trip was literally going to the zoo an hour away. And I think admission was like $12 because I was a kid. So take that how you will. But I remember one year getting a Polly Pocket set from my dad. And he lived out of state and everything, so it was like Christmas time or birthday. And in this Polly Pocket set, it had a little wind up film camera. And I think it had exactly like 7 photos. It was so few, and it was the lowest resolution possible. And it was awful. But I was so ecstatic that I got that little camera. And so I don't even remember what I used it on, probably something stupid because I was really young and I had no idea how quickly 7 pictures would go. I think I might have had 10. I think I wasted like 3 before I realized it only had like 10. Anyways, that at the beginning, those little wind up cameras really fueled my love for doing photography. Well, later my grandparents found a really junky film camera that I have no idea what the megapixels were. I don't know how they found film for it. I think I still own it somewhere just because I know nothing about it. It's the most plastic garbage you've ever seen. But I remember they bought me film for it, I think precisely one time. and a kid on the bus when we went to the zoo opened it and it burned half of the film. And I actually thought the pictures were kind of cool being half burned, but I was really mad that the one time I had film, it got opened and ruined. So I grew up with that being like the epitome of photography for me. Later on, when I was 10 or 12, my mom bought me a old Sanyo camera. I think it was like 80 bucks on Black Friday. I was ecstatic about this camera, but it took batteries. So we got some rechargeable batteries. We did what we could. Oh, that's funny. I'm sitting here looking for my, I don't even know if I still owned it. I think I do. And I found my old, look at this. This is the LG, this is the LG Octane, I believe. Yeah, this is the LG Octane. This shit right here was so cool when I was in school. Because my first phone was an LG Banter. And it slid open and it was green. So when this came out and you had these keys, I wonder if it still turns on. If this turns on, I'm gonna be shocked. Oh my God, it has an SD card spot too. It takes a micro. Hold on. We're gonna try something here. This is gonna be crazy. If this turns on, no way. The screen is lighting up. I'm gonna leave that. I need to see what's on this phone. It's been forever. Okay. So anyways, when I was in high school, the Motorola Razr was like the cool phone. Not high school, when I first got a phone. So like late middle school. The Razr was like the coolest phone. And I remember walking in and my favorite color is green and they had the Octane that slid open. I don't know where mine is, and that makes me really sad. I know I had like some charging issues, and that's why I got that other phone, or the LG Banter that slid open. And so I remember getting that one. That thing opening like that, so cool. But other people had like Blackberries, like this style of phone, which this isn't a Blackberry. I don't even remember why I have this. This was like a burner phone I used for some reason at one point, but there's nothing good on it. I think it was like a backup. Anyways, I know my camera, if it was here, would be in this drawer. No way. So this right here was my first digital camera. We have the Sanyo 7.1 megapixel with a 3x optical zoom. It takes batteries. I have an SD card in here. I've got to go through this. I've got to see what this takes, but I've got to find batteries first because I don't even know if this works. So we're going to also put batteries in this and see if it still works because that's pretty cool. Anyways, this was my first digital camera. Now, here is when I thought I hit the lottery because I remember my mom spent like 150 bucks and got me this, the Nikon Coolpix, and it was in this beautiful indigo color. And just wait, we went from 7.1 megapixels to this is the S6300. I don't remember how many megapixels though. I thought it said it on the front lens. It's a 4.5 to 45 millimeter, 10 times wide, full HD. I'm pretty sure this only had like 12. Let's see if it turns on, because this has been like a solid decade and a half now. It doesn't turn on. I did actually order a charger for it a while back though. It has an SD card too. I'm gonna have to go through these because I am super curious what the last photos I took on these cameras back in like, I don't know, 2008 to 2010-ish were. So I'm gonna go through these sometime and we're gonna see what I find because I'm real curious what middle school to high school me thought was cool. I remember what I thought was cool. I'm curious how bad it is. So there's that. I want to see if this phone works. We're gonna leave it a little longer. I am so excited I found things to go through. Let's see what's on this camera. Let's pull this out. Oh my God, wow, okay. So one of my favorite companies I currently use for cameras is Lexar. Check this out. Lexar 1 gigabyte. This thing should be in a museum because 1 gigabyte literally wouldn't hold even one photo that I take with one of my cameras. No, it probably would, barely. Let's plug this in. I am so curious. A new toy I recently got, because I mean, I guess I could use it some professional, but I don't feel like this is professional. So I just want to compare. This is the epitome of camera to me way back. And this is my new Fujifilm X100 VI I just got. And I actually just bought a wrap from Alpha Guard that I'm gonna put on it when it comes in because I'm afraid it's gonna get scratched, and it's gorgeous. But let's talk about the pocketability. I know they have smaller cameras like this still, but they're not very good. Look how small it is. That's amazing. Also, this camera was worth the hype. It was cool. DCIM. Oh, there's 3 photos, just 3. Oh, this is funny. Okay, you ready? So we have my little sister and whatever is happening here. Oh, wow, look at the aesthetic of this. We got the monkey, that silly monkey thing that was like big, and we got the PlayStation 2 controller. And then we have whatever. I'm pretty sure I did this to her. I don't know why. So cute. I should be a stylist. And let's see if there's any videos. Oh yeah. I forgot how old this was. Videos definitely would have been in the same file. Okay, so that's kind of fun. Maybe I should save these. I can't believe this works. Lexar, I am impressed because this is old. This has been, wow. This has been on here for a while and it has not been formatted to work with anything modern. So the fact that it just worked immediately. All right, next, let's see what size card is in here. We have a I spent some money on this because we have a 4 gigabyte garbage card. Let's see what's on this card. This was my second, so I'm kind of curious what I thought was picture worthy at this age. CIM 100 Nikon. Ooh, okay, what's happening here? Oh yeah, I forgot I turned this on the other day. That was confusing. I was like, what's up with my Office being on these photos? Wow, these are real cute, guys. I am not sharing any of these. So nothing good on here. Pretty much is all new stuff. So that's kind of sad. I forgot I got this working because I was curious. I handed it to my kids. So it's a whole lot of like this. Look how adorable. That's great. Anyways, this has been fun. I'm so glad I found these. Let's see if the phone works. It's locked. Oh, I have a horse. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay, can you tell what I was hardcore into as a kid? I don't even know what that is. It just says searching for service locked, unlocked, enter phone code. Ooh. Oh no. What will my phone code have been? Okay. Let's see. Who are the last people I called? Oh, I don't even know. I got my grandparents on there. This is so cool. I miss when phones were like this. This is like, okay, never mind. I thought this is back in the good old days when I downloaded stuff. This is gonna die. Come with me. Oh, I was so immature. The texts were from like 2013. Oh, these are so cute. Okay. Let's see one other thing. Let's see what pictures and video I have. Oh no, all my pictures are gone. I must have had an SD card or something that I took out, or the SD card must have, yeah, no external memory. Either it died, no, there's one in there. It's a 2 gigabyte SanDisk. So SanDisk did not last 15 years, but you know what did? Lexar. SD card is damaged. Well, that sucks. Let's see how good this camera is. That is sweet. That's just great. All right. Little sad that the SD card didn't work anymore and it says it is corrupted, but I guess it's not that important. It's an old phone. I was just really curious what I would have on there from being a kid. So anyways, this has been a fun trip down memory lane. So I'm gonna get off here and thanks for joining.